Okay, we're in my office, and let's first discuss the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is here. This is my Thai Constellation. It's in here temporarily to make its appearance on this clip. But the reason it's here is because I've made some adjustments to this room and cleared some space and got myself a Milsbo Tall cabinet, but we'll get to it in a moment. This plant has almost reached the top of that birch tree trunk, which is, I think I remember telling you about it a couple of years ago. The very bottom of the trunk that's in the pot is wrapped in cling wrap so that it doesn't rot. This is its newest leaf, which it pushed out a couple of weeks ago. Lovely, lovely. It has a new one coming out. So this one's been out for 2 weeks and this one is coming out, and it looks like it's going to have quite a lot of yellow in it, or white in it. Yes, now talk about the yellow and the white. We do have a bit of drying here, a bit of drying here, but that's quite normal because there's no green chlorophyll in this part. So I just cut it back from time to time because I don't want to look at the dry spots. But look, 3 years ago I bought this as my housewarming gift, early birthday gift, and it's been in pon and semi-hydro all the time. It's never missed a beat. No root rot, no nothing. It is getting big. It is getting big. I think once it gets to the top of here, I'm going to have to do a chop and prop and sell or give away the bottom part of the Thai Constellation. It's a very healthy one. It came with 3 little fenestrated leaves at the bottom with the spotty variegations, etc. And of the original leaves, I've still got 2. One of them I cut off because it didn't look very nice, but it was also with fenestration. So it's had fenestrations from the very beginning. It was a very small plant, about up to there, with 3 leaves. 2 of the original leaves are still left. Anyway, that's it for my Thai Constellation. No problem. I know lots of people have problems with it, but not me. This is quite well. But I don't like the fact that the main stem has decided to grow to the side. Where it used to be in the living room, I think that was the side that was pointing towards, the whole plant was pointing towards the south-facing window, but this side was also pointing towards some grow lights, Sansi grow lights, spotlights, and I think it just moved towards the direction the grow lights were in. I have to convince it to move back towards the pole. Anyway, Milsbo Tall cabinet. I set it up by myself. Didn't need any help from anyone. So it is possible. Had no problems with it, except that a couple of things that you should keep in mind is that the instruction booklet at the very beginning, when you start assembling it, it's actually showing you the other way round. It's not showing you the assembly from the front facing you, it's showing the assembly with the back facing you. So remember that. It's not very clear, but eventually I think it became clear to me that it was showing me the back. And the other thing I can most probably tell you is that when you place the top lid on it, the 4 screws in the corners, screw them in halfway. Don't screw them in all the way. It does show you that in the instructions, but there are no words for it. So, you could misinterpret the pictures. So don't keep that in mind. You can tighten the top once you have these doors attached. Once they hang on and you've screwed them in, you can do the 4 screws that are there. Now, I've done some weather stripping here. This sticks on here and this because this is the biggest gap is between the two doors. Now, word of advice. If you're going to put this type of any weather stripping on, take these off first and then stick on the weather stripping and then put them back on. Now, there's sometimes method to my madness. I bought 2 fans from Amazon. I bought these fans. Now, it doesn't matter. It does matter which way you put them. Because I bought these because they've got, you attach a metal, like a protection ring, so you don't get your fingers caught in the fan. And you make sure you attach them or make them facing the right way, because in one direction it's pulling air in and the other one it's pushing the air out. Now, I wanted them with the metal because I bought magnets, but as I said, method to my madness, I bought the wrong, I bought very strong magnets, but they're very, very small. And I found out that that's come to my advantage, because if I had bought larger and thin magnets, they would be too shallow, because you need to have a gap between the top shelf, the ceiling of the cabinet, and the fan, so that there's space where it can draw the air in. So what I did is I made 4 little columns of 5 magnets. And that's just turned out to be just the right distance. I can feel a breeze here, and that's fine. It's fine. The lights are hanging by magnets and hooks, and these lights, they're not the final ones. I haven't weather stripped the sides of the doors because usually, well, the doors are open now and the humidity's dropped to 55, but usually during the day, the humidity when the lights are on and the fans are on is between 60 and 65. In the morning, when I wake up, before the lights come on and the fans come on, it's 75 in here, so that's not too bad. I just did a lazy thing at the top here. I put the same weather stripping that I've got here, I put along the top of the door so that I presume humidity and heat rises, so that it doesn't, it keeps in a little bit more humidity. I haven't actually done, the gaps here yet. I did buy some weather stripping, but it's too thin. I need to get a thicker weather stripping to put into there, but that can wait, because, you know, the humidity seems good enough. I've got a little humidifier, which is quite good, because it fits very nicely into this wine carafe. Stick it in, fill it with water, stick it in, switch it on, and it's just a very low humidity. But as you can see, it's a bit wet, but the humidifier is not on at the moment because the water has, it's been used up all its water, but it lasts me a week. I only have to fill it up once a week, and I fill it up with filtered water, reverse osmosis water. Oh, well, you know, there's nothing interesting as far as the plants are concerned, because I'll give you a better view of the plants later on. I think this Anthurium magnificum silver, I think this is bleaching a little bit. I think it needs to go a little bit lower from the lights. I will change the lights eventually. I want to put a mother light at the top, for which I have a dimmer for it, so I can adjust the amount of lighting. And I don't like these glass shelves that the cabinet comes with. No. Mainly because they go right up to the glass sides. At the sides and at the back, there's a little bit of space here at the front for something to go on, but for cable management, it's not very good. So it's a bit messy at the moment, but I will fix it, because I've ordered acrylic shelves, which are thicker, and they have holes everywhere, which I think will be very, very good for the cabinet, because it'll be better airflow, better circulation, because this now, when this fan is working, it's going down and it's hitting against a solid piece of glass. So the airflow is good here. It will be good down there with the second fan. But if the shelves have holes in them, nice round holes, then I think the circulation will improve much better, and there won't be any condensation on the bottom. Anyway, that's coming soon. That's coming soon. I used other thing is I used this attachment. My drill wasn't strong enough, so I borrowed the neighbor's drill to drill a hole in the top corner. A lot of people drill, and also a much bigger hole, in the bottom, but I didn't want it on the bottom because I didn't want too many cables on the floor, because I have a dog who, if he throws a fit or is angry with me for some reason, he often finds some sort of cable to chew through. So I have to keep my cables hidden from him. Yeah, so as I said, I'm going to get acrylic shelves in different shapes and sizes. I should be getting them within the next few days. And I'll show you what I have and how I set everything up. The mother grow light will have to wait about a month, but I'll show you that when I get it as well. It will also hang quite nicely because the mother grow lights also have sort of like strips that you can slide on the top, and they'll hang quite nicely on the, but I'll just have to do a little bit of a rearranging with the fan, you know, whether I want the light at the front or the light at the back or the light in the middle, or can I move the fan to one side? We'll see. We'll see. I've also, this is where all my cables go out, the hole I've drilled, and they go out there, and I still have I have it taped over, but I need to attach, I've got a grommet to put up there, but I'll wait until I have all my stuff done, because with the new shelves, there will be 2 fans, 2 sets of lights, and my little humidifier. So I will have 5 cables, hopefully going down the back. But I've also got the little, from Amazon, the little clear clips for cable management. We'll see how we go. But that's, you know, that's basically it. It does, as I said, it, you know, it's okay. It's dropped another 4% in humidity, but you know, never mind. Quite happy. But as I said, you know, it looks bright all the way down to the bottom of the cabinet, but of course those at the top are getting more intense light than those below. So I will do some rearranging with that later on. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, I love that plant. It's just lovely. Look, as I said, our temperature's been very cold in January. It was look, I'll just sit here, and I can't fiddle with this camera to change it from the back to the front. So, you know, it's been very cold. You know, it's minus, this morning when I went out for a walk with my dog, it was minus 15. Lots and lots of snow that fell after New Year. We just had a little bit of snow for Christmas, and then the majority of the snow came down just after New Year, and none of that snow has melted, because we've been our daily temperatures have been sort of like minus 13, minus 15, and at night between minus 20 and minus 30. So it's been very cold. We are expecting a slight warm up towards the end of this week. You know, by warm up, I mean, you know, +2, +3. So it means some of the snow will melt, which probably means the first thing that happens is that the snow that's hanging onto the roofs will slide down. But that's it, And we are waiting for spring. We are waiting for spring. Anyway, I'm so glad you joined me today. I do have one new follower, subscriber that joined in January. And so please, if you find these videos interesting, costs you nothing. It's very easy. Press subscribe, press like. It helps the algorithms out. And, maybe this year I will reach my goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers. But, step by step, subscriber by subscriber, and we'll get there. So don't forget to like and to subscribe. And I will, as I said, this is only very, very temporary. I have my Hoya australis lita, which I've had it for 3 years, and it hasn't grown very well on my Hoya shelf against a south-facing window. And I have my Hoya silver dollar in there, which I thought I'll just give it a go to see how it goes in this setting with the higher humidity. I think, like Hoya silver dollar, got it a couple years ago, I think now. I think that's my most expensive Hoya. There's a Alocasia Frydek, the variegated one. Maybe it'll do better. They haven't grown for me very well. In fact, this was a fry which had died off completely, and I just put it aside and then noticed 2 or 3 weeks later that it put out a new little growth point. So there must have been a corm left in there, and it's got one leaf. That's not a leaf, that's one of those little starry hook things to put. It's got one leaf. We'll see what happens there. We'll see. It might come good. My whole thinking behind having a Milsbo cabinet is to use it as like a prop box, a plant hospital, perhaps to get little plants to grow, and once they get bigger, they might acclimate or acclimatize much better once they're bigger than small. Because right there is my Anthurium delta force. It has 2 leaves. There's this one and this one. And it actually does have a new leaf trying to push out. And that will be the first leaf that it's pushed out since I got it, which is, I don't know, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, something like that. But I'll keep you updated, and it'll probably stay in there all the time until it gets bigger, and then I'll try to acclimate it to the outside. So yeah, so there we are, people. I said I would never get a Milsbo cabinet. Never say never. Just I moved the shelves that I was here. I found a spot where they fit in quite nicely, quite perfectly, and I thought, Milsbo cabinet, I need a Milsbo cabinet. And then once I got it and set it up, I thought I need acrylic shelves that give more circulation into the whole setup. So I will share that with you next time round. Okay, thanks for joining me. Subscribe, like, and see you next time.